So today we're going to be putting a pond in southern Saskatchewan, and the thing with this pond is it's going to really bring a lot of resources to this particular property. So number one, if you look behind me towards the wind turbine there, that watershed all flows down onto this property here. So this pond is going to allow us to hold a percentage of that water back for irrigation, specifically for the food forest, the gardens, the livestock, drought proofing. In addition to that, we're also going to put in a substantial wetland here, which is going to bring in habitat, whether it's waterfowl, insects, and just general productivity. Now, in permaculture, we have this saying, which is water, access, and structures. And the idea with that is that when we develop water systems first, in this case, the pond, one of the interesting things that we've uncovered as a result of building this pond is an incredible topsoil resource. And so this property, being on the southern Saskatchewan, is full of what we call gumbo clays, and it's really hard to grow in gumbo clays. And so what we've actually uncovered in the bottom of this pond are fairly decent topsoils, and some are better than others. Let me just go to the bottom here. So the structures, water access and structures, are things like garden beds, food forests, and so one of the reasons that we do water access and then structures is that we want to find earth resources that we can use in other parts of the property. And so in this case, topsoils. And so if you look at this sod mat right here, there's lots of roots in there, but you know, the grass has done a really good job structuring this fairly poor soil. So it gives you a sense of what's possible. The deeper into the wetland we get, the better the topsoil resource actually gets as well. So we did a test pit this morning, and we found some amazing, amazing clays. Like, we're talking, 50% plus. So we don't have to worry about these clays not holding water, which is great. One of the concerns we had, we were actually going to dig this pond earlier in the year, but this particular area has some pretty active artesianal wells. And so the concern that we had was that we might expose a shallow aquifer and that it would start to spew out water. And so we actually had to go back to the drawing board and start all over again. And so we're actually going to go with a much shallower wetland than we had originally planned. So right now you'll see that the excavator is stripping all the topsoil. We want to do that to preserve the topsoil. We're going to use that in other parts of the property. Once the topsoil is all stripped and stockpiled, then we're going to actually start digging the hole. And I'll take a few films as we're going through this, as we build the actual excavation, the pond wall, as well as the control structure. And I'll just quickly show you this control structure right here. You'll get a sense of how it's going to work. It'll make a lot more sense once we get it actually into the pond wall. So this control structure has an opening on one end here, and it's a 20-inch diameter pipe with 3 inches flowing over top of the edge of this pipe right here. It'll actually fill the entire pipe. So this pipe itself is going to go through the pond wall, and we'll take the majority of the flow. We're also going to be putting in a spillway as well, so that in the event that this gets overwhelmed, that the spillway will be able to take the remainder. So stay tuned for video updates on the project. We'll keep you guys informed as things are going on. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Have a great day.